What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be messing around with another common problem on these third-gen Dodge trucks, and that refers to the AC. So as you guys watch my videos, you saw last week I got the front end on this truck totally wrapped up. I'm super pleased now I got some more time with it. How good it drives. It drives a million times better. But I'm sure same thing with you guys. Where I'm at is this heat wave has been brutal. Where I'm at in Pennsylvania, we didn't really deal with this the early part of the season. I saw some of the United States was, in a heat wave. We were lucky we missed that, but now it's been so hot out. I went to go turn the AC on in the Cummins, and it was blowing hot air. Now, I did a little bit of research on this, and from what I'm reading is those are the two main problems with these trucks, the steering and the AC. So did a little bit of earlier investigation, and it doesn't even sound like my AC clutch is kicking on. So I'm going to hook this gauge up here, see where we're at. I assume there's probably a leak or something in the system, so I got some crappy, cheaper refrigerant for now, and I'll probably get some better stuff down the line if I see where it leaks. But getting into the AC, like I said, I didn't even hear the fan clutch kicking on. Now, I have this little gauge right here. We'll get into that in a couple more minutes. So you're going to need a can of refrigerant and a gauge and measure it. Now, most trucks, they have, or all AC systems, they have a hot or a high side port and a low side port. So basically, I'll unscrew this here. This is the high side. So when you charge this AC, you want to charge the low side. But I don't believe you can actually do this the wrong way. So as you can see here, this doesn't even fit on here because how big this is. So you can't really mess this up, I believe. The low side port on my truck, I know different year Dodges, they're in different places, but as you can see back in here, right there, that black cap, let me take it off. This is the low side port, and that gauge will fit right on here. So you gotta get the truck running. I'm gonna do it inside because outside's about 96 degrees right now, and it's about 70 degrees inside. So I'm going to start the truck up, let it warm up a little bit, and I'll walk you guys through the steps on what I'm going to do. I'll try to be a little bit louder because this truck's so loud, and you have to have the truck running for this. But at first, I'm going to hook it up, see how much it's actually reading pressure-wise. It's probably nothing, and I know this probably won't even fill the system. I just want to pump this in here and see if the AC compressor will kick on and start diagnosing this a little bit more, because I have, like I said, I have no idea if it's just low on refrigerant, if it's an actual problem, a leak, whatnot. But we'll dive into it today, and that's why I said I got crappier refrigerant. But we'll hop into it now, get the truck started, hook the gauge up, show you guys what it's reading, and we'll try to charge this thing up and see if it gets some cold AC. Now, after doing some reading, I saw that these Dodge trucks do not have cold AC or super cold AC like my Duramaxes. Now I swear my 500,000 mile LBZ blows colder AC than my 2020, believe it or not. I don't get what it is with GM, but I always heard after doing some research too, it seems to be the case that the AC system on this is subpar compared to the other makes and models, but we'll see. I don't need to be ice cold. I just wanted to be somewhat cold just to take the stress off, because you're still sweating with the windows down, rolling down the road in this thing with how hot out it is. And it's not a light color. This thing does attract a lot of heat. It's blue, and it's hot as heck in the cabin there. So let's start it up and see what we can figure out here. Now that we got it started up, I'm going to turn the AC to high, click the AC button, and as you can probably hear from here, the compressor's not even kicking on. So let's come up to here. Just be careful with the truck running that you know where the belts are and everything, so you don't touch the belt. So let me hook this up real fast and see what we're reading here for pressure wise. So we got the gauge hooked up, and as you can see, we're basically reading nothing, which leads me to believe there's probably a leak in the system somewhere. We'll figure it out, but I just want to see if the compressor will kick on. So basically, you're going to take this gauge right here, twist it to the temperature wherever you're at. So in here it's about 70. So I'll get that set to 70. And I don't even think this can's going to make it up to 70. Hopefully it gets enough in here to kick this compressor on, but what we're going to do is shake the can up real good, start twisting this side to side and pull the trigger back here. So I'm going to shake the can up, and then as I'm pulling the trigger, I'll show you guys what's going to happen. Hopefully we hear this AC compressor kick on. So let me shake this up. Once I get it shaked up, I'll show you guys charging the system here. Got the whole can shook up here. So basically I'm just going to keep shaking this as I pull the trigger. So let's see if this AC compressor will kick on. It's actually picking up pretty good. Still did not hear the compressor kick on though, so let me keep just slow charge this up here. As you can see, it's kind of picking up if my camera will focus. Let me tap the screen here. Now this compressor should definitely be kicking on, which I still don't hear it kicking on. Let me keep charging this up a little bit. The can is definitely getting cold in my hand, so we know it's working. So keep charging this up a little bit. Oh, there we are. I don't know if you just heard that, but the compressor just kicked on. Now we're reading back down at 0 again, so let me keep putting some charge in here. I heard the compressor try to kick on. I don't know if you heard that on the video, but let's keep charging her up. Now the gauge is bombing out at nothing, so like I said, it's probably going to take this whole can. Just going to keep pumping it in here. Now I might have to go get another can of this. I just wanted to see if the compressor would kick on. So this is a good application just for you guys that you know you really have no Freon and your compressor's not kicking on. So this can in my hand is freezing. You can see how it's getting cold. But let me keep doing this. I'm going to finish off camera. Like I said, it's probably going to take the whole can. But glad to know I heard the compressor spin over a little bit. But let me finish getting this can in here and I'll report back. So we got basically the whole can in. I'm running to get another can real fast. But I'm putting my hand in the vent here. And it's pretty cold. So far, friggin' fly. But as you can see, the compressor is staying on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the compressor off. And this doesn't matter, but as you can see, it's just reading higher because it's off. But with it running, you can hear the compressor slightly there. But I'm glad to see that it's just low. Maybe it was just never refilled, but I'm wondering if there's a leak in the system somewhere. But as you can see, I'm only about here. You can see the compressor coming on and off now as it surges. So I'm only a little bit low, probably another maybe half a can. We'll get this up to spec and we'll get some cold AC because it's about 70 in here right now. And I mean, this AC isn't freezing. I mean, it's definitely cool, but it's not freezing. So maybe a little bit more Freon there will do the trick. So we're gonna charge a little bit more in there and hopefully got some nice cold AC. Now, how long this lasts, I don't know. I have to keep an eye on to see if it's leaking from anywhere, but it could have been it just was low and never recharged. But let me run and get that other can and we'll keep charging this thing up. All right, so I decided not to run out and get a second can of refrigerant. I decided I'm just gonna keep an eye on the level where it's at to see if it leaks out because it's blowing halfway decent right now. But it's not where it could be. I know that once I add more it should be fine, but the refrigerant's not cheap and I just want to keep an eye on where it's at. Now I know this isn't the most scientific way. I know there's more gauges to hook up to the high side port and low side port and do it more scientifically and professional, but doing it in my garage here, that's all I had. So I'm really happy with the results. It could have been a million things when it comes to AC. You know, they could have let the refrigerant out because the compressor wasn't working. So I'm glad the compressor worked, everything worked. And just this goes to show you how easy it is to do something like this yourself. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video and you learned something new, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Stop this conversation. We got no relation.